Good, thanks for tuning in again. This is Black Sun. Welcome to Crystal Delphia. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. Remember, abundance is your birthright. You already know. And the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. See? A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Marcus Garvey. Don't forget your history nor your destiny. Bob Marley. Armed with the knowledge of our past, we can with confidence charter a course for our future. Culture is an indispensable weapon in the freedom struggle. We must take hold of it and forge the future with the past. Malik Shabazz Ill or Malcolm X. Know your know your heritage and antiquity to know your future. Know thyself. I and I. You already know. See? They have brainwashed us in their brainwash institutions and academies. They have, like Men in Black, erased our memory and replaced our antiquity with a different I story or a different history or their story. See? We already know this. Now, for those who are wondering what is going on with this so-called Mandela Effect, yes, this is Terminator. I'll be back. Or come with me if you want to live. See, this is Terminator. They, yes, are trying to go back into the past and change and manipulate the past in order to create a future that is beneficial for them. But that will come with some quantum cause and effect. Or how can I articulate that better? When you try to manipulate the past, you still have to deal with cause and effect. You cannot escape cause and effect, people, even if you're time traveling. Seen for those who understand the universal or universal laws. So they call it the Mandela Effect. But what about the Mandala Effect? Seen? What is a mandala? Well, here's one, what they call the sacred flower of life here, or this one here. The sacred flower of life is a mandala, or you say tomato, I say tomato. So not Mandela, but mandala. There are a lot of different mandalas throughout different cultures. These are geometrical shapes printed on paper, painted, I said drewing. Someone drew it, drawed it, whatever. Excuse me. There are multiple different schools of thoughts who claim that they have the right mandala or the best mandala or whatever the case may be. I'm not here to promote any type of dogma. But what I am here to explain to you is that stop worrying about what they doing, man. Everyone's caught up in the agenda of the so-called Illuminati and the so-called this, that, and fourth. Yes, it's good to be aware of these different conspiracies, this, that, and the fourth. But the whole time traveling thing is old news since the Philadelphia experiment. And get thanks for brother Ross Ben, who broke that down. So I'm not going to go spin the wheel again and try to create his works. But Ross Ben is only saying what a lot of other brethren have been saying who've been on this quest to crack the code of this reality scene. So Ross Ben has done good works on this so-called Mandela Effect. Yes, this is the Terminator. They are trying to kill that young boy who changed the future. But they can't do it. See? They can whatever, they can turn into liquid metal and come under the door and all that. But you know what I mean? There is a force that will counteract that. See? um Terminator is an amazing movie. All the Terminators are kind of like breaking down the Mandela or the Mandela Effect. Seen now, Mandela and Mandala start with man. Some say, or some etymologists say, that man means mind. Seen. We non-etheric people are time travelers lost in the wrong time continuum. Ever since so-called Christopher Columbus and his boys came over to our shores, they tried to manipulate the time continuum because they realized that the Aboriginal people here in the West were living in a different time continuum. So we have, yes, been enslaved to their calendar and under their time slavery. But if you check the uh, end of the movie of End Time with Justin Timberlake, they came through and they collapsed the system by giving everyone their time back. And that's what time it is. That is what time it is now. So everything is a distraction to keep you away from actually finding out the good news. So you will be bombarded with all the negative, bad news because everybody knows that the world is fucked up. So you can find any aspect of the world being fucked up and keep promoting that propaganda to keep people away from the good news that, yes, it's time to get back on the right time. And the planets are lining up. We're bringing brighter days. They're all in line waiting for you. Can't you see? It's just another part of me, Michael Jackson. See? So, I know a lot of you are trying to figure out why isn't he going in deep and metaphysical on this Mandela effect? Because it's simple. I'll give you the I'll give you the symbols, the sacred symbols of geometry so that your mind can crack the code. In Buddhism, or certain schools of Buddhism, they explain the 10 worlds, right? In Kabbalah, they have the 10, the 10 Sephira, as your boy bro Sanchez broke down, how the universe is broken down into ones and zeros, just how the matrix comes on in the beginning. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time.